I want to talk to you about a theme called Parental Challenge. I'm kind of reluctant even to try it, but I feel strong impulse, need for us to talk about this a little bit, because there are no perfect parents. But every parent I know, or most parents I've ever known, have always wanted to be the right and perfect parent and raise children to success and happiness. I had a friend some years ago who said, I had 6 theories about parenting. Then I had 6 children. Now I don't have any theories. I thought that, well, that's the way Judith and I are. We had 4 theories, and then we had 4 children, and now we lost all our theories. And but there's an aspect to just kind of fresh of parenting that has been made real for me, and I would to God someone would have helped me know this some years ago. All our children, of course, are married, and they've all been launched. We don't have any little ones at home. But I want to tell you what not to do, more than try to tell you what to do, because we spend most of our life trying to outgrow the trauma and injuries of childhood. And the first thing that hit me was Jesus was born into a family that really wanted him. That's an agape phenomenon. If you're going to have children, express your love, make them feel wanted, make sure they are aware. I hardly remember, I don't know that I ever had my dad say, I love you. I know he did, but he just never really said it. My mom, very, very loving, good mother, very controlling. And so my own experience of trauma and fulfillment. Now, the statement that I want to make is that Jesus is a pattern son, a true human. The objective of his life was to be a son that represented his Father. And the Father reveals himself through the Son. That brings joy and pain, because when it happens, it's joy. When it fails, it's pain. But I just want you to hear the objective of the parental is the daughter expresses, and she fulfills what she wants. Now, if you could just listen carefully, the Father never spared his own son or his own daughter. The frightening thing that is happening more and more in our society is the absence of producing or being concerned about character. If we raise a child, male or female, without character, we have failed in a way. It's almost irreparable in some ways. And if we succeed in imparting to them godly character, human character, personal responsibility, we have succeeded. Now, every parent is forced to make a third choice. The third choice is this one. It leads to fatherhood. It leads to character. The other two choices is too much or too little parenting. When I do too much parenting, and these are two terms I've just learned recently, about a week ago. The helicopter parent who watches over the child every living moment, or the snowplow parent that pushes everybody and everything out of the way for my child. The frightening thing about that is it destroys character. The other, of course, is neglect and injury, an absentee father, and that too seems to injure, destroy character. And so we're looking at too much or too little. And so we're asking now, and I'm asking for you as a parent, somebody would have helped me understand that God answers the prayer for parental wisdom. He said, if you ask for wisdom, I will give you wisdom without rebuke or censure. We love our children. The pain and joy of 4 children, marvelous. We wouldn't trade it for anything. Now, here I'm asking, help from the Lord for wisdom. Not too much, not too little, a third choice. That third choice usually means you cannot spare this child. They've got to make their own decisions. They've got to face their own responsibility. They've got to absolute clean up after their own mess. And you've got to cultivate in them something that is being lost so quickly that it frightens me as an older person. It's called character. Jesus cultivates in us the godly character of his own relationship with the Father. God, my Father, I ask you for each of these parents who are with me exploring and seeking wisdom. Impart to us your wisdom, your fatherhood to the person of Christ that produced a patterned son, a perfect human.